Good morning, students. Today we'll be dealing with lesson number 8, that is the dinner party. This has been written by Mona Gardner. Okay, do you understand by the word party, children? Party means like a get together where people get together, have dinner, or have music, dance, everything. Here it's a dinner party, means they make like food has been ordered, everyone sits together, enjoys their dinner together. Okay, so this is during the colonial era. Colonial era means when the British were ruling our India. Okay, that time they all the officers used to gather together, and there are like many instances. Here is an instance where they question the uh, like courage of women. Okay, let's see. The country is India. A colonial official and his wife are giving a large dinner party. They are seated with their guests, army officers, and government officials, and their wives, and a visiting American naturalist in their spacious dining room, which has a bare marble floor, open rafters, and wide glass doors opening into a veranda. Okay, so in India during the British era, colonial official means the person for a British officer. Okay, and his wife are giving a big dinner party. Okay, and there are many guests, that maybe army officers, government officials, their wives, and a visiting American naturalist. Naturalist means a person who studies in nature, like plants, animals, etc. Okay, in their spacious dining room. Spacious means large, children. Okay, large. Just underline whichever this one I'm sending it to you. You have to practice it. Okay, and which has a bare marble floor, means marble floor it has, and open rafters, wide glass doors it has, which is opening into a veranda or a open terrace. Okay, a spirited discussion, spirited means very lively discussion is happening, springs up, means it suddenly pops up between a young girl who insists that women have outgrown the jumping on a chair at the sight of a mouse era, and a colonel who says that they haven't. Okay, a young woman, a young girl, and a colonel is an army officer. They both are like arguing between themselves. Okay, so what happens, the woman is saying, the young girl is saying that we women are not that scared, where before and all, see children, there was this one, right? Even if they see a mouse, they jump up and they get scared, kind, see, jumping on a chair at the sight of a mouse era. That time in the now, sorry, we have outgrown that, we have come past that, we are brave, very brave now. But the colonel is like, no way, all the women are like that. So he's saying a woman's unfailing reaction in any crisis, okay, colonel says, is to scream. And while a man may feel like it, he has the ounce or more of nerve control than a woman has, and that last ounce is what counts. Okay, what he is saying is, he is saying that no, women always scream, they scream at something happens. In crisis means ಕಿರ್ಚ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ, crisis, sorry, crisis means if something happens, any accident, anything happens, they just scream. And this is little what offending, right, children? Women don't do that all the time. Let's see what happens next. Okay, the American does not join in the argument but watches the other guests. Okay, so the American naturalist who has come here doesn't really join the conversation. He was just watching and observing other guests. As he looks, he sees a strange expression come over the face of the hostess. She is staring straight ahead, her muscles contracting slightly. With a slight gesture, she summons the servant standing behind her chair and whispers to him. The servant's eyes widen and he quickly leaves the room. Okay, so what happens now when the American is observing the other guests? Their hostess means the person, the woman who is hosting the dinner, who is managing everything. No, her face expression suddenly changes, it becomes very contracted, a tense expression is there, but she is straight, she's not moving or anything, she's just watching straight ahead. She summons summons means she calls a servant by a gesture, like a hand gesture or something. Okay, and she tells him very slowly, whispers means very slowly. Okay, like very slowly she speaks to him, Something she tells, but we don't know what it is yet. The servant's eyes widen. Now he is scared and he quickly leaves the room. Okay, so this all happens, and the American is observing. Of the guests, none except the American notices this or sees the servant place a bowl of milk on the veranda just outside the open doors. Okay, there's a veranda outside, and the servant, what he does according to the hostess instruction, he goes out, he gets a bowl of milk and keeps it in the open door, near the open door of to the veranda. Okay, the American comes to with a start. He suddenly startled. In India, milk in a bowl means only one thing: bait for a snake. Okay, so if you keep this one, see children, back then there were more number of snakes, right? If you keep a bowl of milk there, then the snake would definitely come if it's in the vicinity of the this one. Vicinity means nearby. Okay, he realizes there must be a cobra in the room. Okay, now he realizes, oh, there must be a snake. Cobra is a kind of snake, right? Cobra in the room. He looks up at the rafters. Okay, he looks up at the rafters. Rafters means the roof with that wooden frames, everything. No, he looks there, likeliest place. Maybe the snake would be there. He looks up. They are not there, but they are bare. Okay, three corners of the room are empty, and in the fourth, the servants are waiting to serve the next course. Okay, he looks at all the corners where there is no cobra, and there is only one place left under the table. Okay, he just realizes maybe it's under the table. Oh my god. Then what happens? His first impulse means sudden reaction, is to jump back and warn the others. But he knows the commotion would frighten the snake into striking. Okay, he knows that his first impulse is to jump back. Suddenly he wants to jump back and warn the others, but he knows if he suddenly makes so much sound means the snake might bite some of them. Striking means to bite. Okay, then he speaks quickly, the tone of his voice so arresting that it sobers everyone. Suddenly he speaks. He says, I want to know just what control everyone at this table has. I'll count 300, that's 5 minutes, and not one of you is to move a muscle. Those who move will forfeit 50 rupees. Ready? So he's like, he doesn't say there is a snake. Suddenly, very seriously, he announces that I'll count till 300, and that will take 5 minutes. No one should move an inch. No one should move a muscle. Okay, those who will move has to forfeit or has to pay 50 rupees. Ready? And he starts counting. Okay, the 20 people sit like stone images while he counts. He is saying 208. When out of the corner of his eye, he sees the cobra emerge and make for the bowl of milk. Screams ring out as he jumps to slam the veranda door safely shut. Okay, so the snake, what it does after it sees that there is a lot of silence in the room, no, so it thinks it is safe and comes out to the bowl of milk. Okay, so what he does immediately, then American comes out and closes the door. Okay, you were right, Colonel. The host explains. A man has just shown us an example of perfect control. Now the host, no, he says to the colonel and the lady who are arguing. He says, "Yes, Colonel. See, this man, this American man, has showed us how calm and perfect control he has." Then, just a minute, the American says, turning to his hostess. The hostess who had observed the snake now, he's asking, Mrs. Venice, how did you know that a cobra was in the room? So he's asking, how did you know? The idea and all was fine, but how did you know there was a snake? A faint smile lights up the woman's face as she replies, because it was crawling across my food. Oh my god. So she's saying that, see, she's very smug about this. She says, because it was crawling across her foot, that's why she knew that there was a cobra in the room. See, children, she did not shout, she did not scream, so the colonel was wrong. Okay, there is a stereotype in their mindset that every woman will scream when something happens, which is pretty friendly. It's not, children. So I hope you have understood this. Let's write down at least the glossary things. Just practice the words, children. Okay, these are very good words which you have to learn to improve your English vocabulary. I hope you have understood this chapter. Just read it again. Tomorrow I'll send you the notes, children. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.